Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Chill Living Signature. How you guys doing? Thank you friends for your love and your support. I love you all and God bless you all. And please, if you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button. That also please click on the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video, you will get notified. And also please share my videos. I love you. God bless you all. So in our today's class, I'll be showing you guys how to cut and sew this upper body's flounce sleeve. Is really simple and beautiful. So what we have on our here is our normal two top. So can you see, just I didn't add it affixing is needed here. Actually, I'm making use of my one of my student practical. So let's quickly get started. So in this class we'll be needing our I'll be using a satin, yes, as a sleeve. Yes, I'll be using satin. So we have here. We also be needing our brown paper to draft it out. So we need our cremoline, yes, to make it stand firm. That firmness you see, that twisted area at the edge is the work of cremoline. So let's quickly get started. So if you look at that picture very well, you see that the flare, the sleeve started under from the half cut. So the half cut is actually a small size person. We'll be working with make sure everything will last. We'll be working with 14 inches here. For your half length is either 16, you can work with 16, 17, 18 inches. So from this point, can you see, you will connect it this way. The reason is this, so that we will know the length of the flare that will be cutting out. So for this one, you have this portiere we have here, these two top we have here. I've done video on it. I'll drop the link there. Yes, I have to draft it. So even this flare we're about to cut, I won't go into that much. I also done a video on that. I'll also be dropping the link. So you connect this way. So you can see I'm done marking it. Can you see what we have here? So I'll be placing my, can you see? This is the net area. That is the sleeve, the cap sleeve. So if you know how to, if you want to learn how to draft this, the link is there. You will click on the link. I've done video on that. So can you see? So I will place my tape here from this point that I want you to start from. Can you see what I'm doing, guys? Connect it. Can you see? Can you see? So by the time you turn it this way, connect it gently. Can you see? So we'll be having 35 inches, 36 inches. Yes, 36 inches. So let's quickly put this aside now and introduce our pattern paper. Flip it this way. So it's 36 inches. So find your radius. It's 6.28. So just find your radius. I'm marking my hair. So the length of the sleeve is also needed. Yes, the length of the sleeve from this point, this cap area. If you like, you can trim out this part. If you like, you can still leave it. You place your sleeve. So I'll be working with 4 inches. Remember, these 4 inches will also be here as well, because one will be flipped over, one will be standing up, one will be facing down. So can you see? Or actually, you can also work with but it's a small size person. 4 inches is okay with me with the same allowance, but you can make use of 7 inches, 8 inches. So just a small size working with here. That is just the reason for that. So this is it. Can you see? Connect it. Connect it. So I will cut it out. Put this aside. So by the time I sew it, I should have it here. I didn't cut direct. So see what I have. Can you see? See this sharp here. Let me blend it properly. Can you see what we have on the table now? So I will quickly open this part. Can you see? So now that I've opened this part now, to find your sleeve length, that round sleeve measurement, place it this way because it's also needed. What I have here is 6 inches because both front and back, which is 12 inches, 2 inches sewing allowance, which is 14. So from this point now, I will just step down by 1 inch just to blend it. Can you see? Just use your discretion, blend it this way, blend it. This part, measure the width, that is the length of the crinoline you are working with. What I have here is 2.5. But actually, see, is what I have here. You can also, as well, if you are making, if you don't have that available, if you have 3 inches, you trim it like an half inch. So actually, I should have up to 3 inches here, or 3.5 inches. So I will trim it out from this point. I'll trim it out now. So I'll be using this to cut my sleeve now. I'll be cutting it into 4 parts because I'll be using it as my lining. Always use your fabric as your lining because for the sleeve area, one will be facing up while the second part will be facing down so that everything will look fine. So can you see what we have? So by the time we open it up, this is what you have. Can you see? So if I bring my, let me introduce my top. By the time you bring it this way, I don't want my paper to tear. After stitching it for this area, that sharp edge, just blend it this way. When you are done cutting it out, you place it this way. For this part, we'll be stitching it from inside. Yes, this part we're stitching it from inside. You place it this way. It's very simple, guys. Place it, and you see, we'll be stitching it from inside. I don't want my paper to tear, and you see, you fold it this way, and you see, because we're cutting this into 2 parts. I said earlier, so we'll be using this to cut into 4 parts because of the lining. So when you get to this point, the sleeve area here, you will flip it this way. Yeah, but that is your sleeve area. So your stitches, you face it up this way. I don't know if you guys can really see the chalk I marked. You know my table is white. So you flip it for this sleeve, the cap sleeve area. You stitch at this edge also blend it to have that sharp edge. Measure 1 inch. You follow it this way, turn it, flip this way, and stitch. Can you see? So at this point, one will face down this way, another one will be facing up. So this is your cap area. So let's quickly transfer it to our fabric. I'll show you guys. So we're done tracing it out. So look at what we have. We have them here. So for the crinoline, I don't have a smaller size with me. So look at what I did. Trim it off down this way. And you see, to have that sharp edge. Just to quickly take it to our sewing machine now. Let's place it this way now to back stitch. Can you see? And you see how beautiful it is. Stitch it gently at this part. And you see. And you see. That's it. And trim all the unwanted parts as well. Or you go to overlocking machine, overlock this edge so that everything will relax. Can you see what we have now? How pretty it is already. So we want to quickly attach it to our dress now. Attaching to our dress, we have three methods. First, you can pin it down round. Second method, you can use your hand needle to stitch it down. Yes, use your hand to stitch it down or stitch on it directly, but advise you pin it down round. Yes, so mine, see the chalk that I marked, so I'll just be following this chalk to stitch it. But while stitching it, this part we'll be stitching it from inside. As I said earlier, while I was explaining it on the paper, and you see what you should have, we'll stitch it is when you go to your sleeve area, that is where you want your sleeve to start from. That is the point that you flip it this way. So let's quickly stitch it now on our dress. So I'll be stitching it from down. So I'll be following my chalk that I marked. Place this way, back stitch. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Make sure you open it up so that you will not stitch on your dress. Patiently, you stitch. Can you see what we are doing right now? It's easier for me because I've marked the chalk. Yes. So I'm just following the line. Can you see? So can you see the midpoint that's in between the bows? So adjust it quickly. Stitch on it. So adjust your net for the upper part. Stitch. So can you see? Adjust it so that you will not stitch on your dress. Can you see? So adjust it. Can you see? So this is where our sleeve we start from. So we adjust the down part. See? So can you see? This is where our sleeve will start from. I've explained that on the paper. So at this point now we'll back stitch, but we'll be stitching it for the upper part now. From the upper side now, remove your cut off your thread gently. So you see what we have right now, and you see how beautiful it is. This is the bust area, your bust area. Can you see the other bust area? Can you see? So this part, you flip it this way to stitch, and you see what we have here. See, I can see the chalk. I don't know if you guys can really see. Stitch on it this way to our round sleeve to merge to this back part. See, can you see, to merge to this place? So let's quickly do that right now. So I'll flip it this way now. So I'm stitching from the upper side. So adjust your net, position it well, gently place it this way. Just follow the chalk that you marked, because by the time we stitch it like this, see, one will be facing up, the other part will be facing down. So this is our sleeve length. So let's put it down now and stitch. Make sure you back stitch too. So gently, that our cap area now is where we're stitching on. Can you see? So you stitch it down. You raise it up now. Sorry. Don't be in a hurry. Gently stitch it down now. Turn it this way. So the round sleeve now. Can you see our round sleeve? So I want to stitch on that side now. I stitch. And you see, I raise it up again to adjust it. Can you see? The stitch. So this is our cap area. Can you see? So adjust it again to stitch. Here is a big trickish. So just follow your round sleeve. I just want to explain it to you guys. So I put it back. Can you see? So this is my pin. So I will stitch here to the back of my sleeve. Can you see? So let's quickly do that. I've adjusted it here. Can you see? You could see I've adjusted it. Stitch gently. Stitch it. Remove the pin. And you see, I step in by 1 inch to have that sharp edge. So adjust it. Can you see the cap area? So I'm adjusting it. So I'll stitch it this way. So can you see? Back stitch. So our sleeve is ready. So it's really beautiful and easy, guys. So please, if you find this my video interesting, click on the like button there, share my videos, and please, if you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button there, and also please click on the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video you will get notified. I love you all. I remain Chi Living Signature. Bye for now. So place it properly. Make sure everything is last. Stitch it this way. And Can you see what I'm doing, guys? So place it, you stitch it round. Can you see? So you'll be stitching it this way. You place it properly. Make sure everything will last properly.